one more aspect. I'm thinking that it's very important to hear in this account of integrating the 3 professional apprenticeships. It's easiest for me to think about when I think of how do you prepare a neurosurgeon. Well, you certainly don't do it completely online, and you have to have situated coaching, or at least the neurosurgeon I would pick out would have had lots of hands-on, close situated coaching in the OR. The same is true for nursing. You can't convey all of the embodied, skilled know-how. And I think education is really in a revolution in our thinking, moving away from decontextualized abstract knowledge, but a much more robust notion of embodied, skilled know-how. And this is not a retreat into just empty process. There's certainly a lot of content, but it's always situated content. And this addresses the problems of the limits of formalism in any practice discipline, because if you try to make everything explicit in a practice situation, you would have lists and lists and lists, and it would never end. It would be an infinite kind of regress. But what makes it possible to practice at all as clergy or physician or nurse or engineer is that you are situated by the concerns at hand. The situation delimits what you have to pay attention to, and that sense of salience about what's relevant in the situation guides your practical reasoning. So I sometimes encounter people who misunderstand what we're saying and thinking that we're going back to a kind of Rogerian, well, what do you think? You know, but it really is a really robust notion of putting the practice in the center of the classroom so that it's neither teacher-centered nor wholly student-centered. You have to pay attention to students and their learning styles. But your real goal is to teach the student to think like a nurse and act like a nurse in situations that have pretty high stakes. And it's a very challenging and risky kind of teaching, but that's what it is to teach a practice.